Choppin' It Up with Dizz and Los.
Hello, I'm Dizz. That's Los. Los, what's up?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Professionals.
Los, it's been a crazy week. You know, we did have some topics we were going to talk about, but then all of a sudden, NFL free agency went crazy. I know you got some homework that you did, and what are some of the names that you brought out that we want to talk about? Now, I don't know if you noticed, just maybe about 15 minutes ago, maybe 10, Hopkins signed with the Baltimore Ravens.
That's big, man.
That is.
You know that.
That
You know
is.
what? That signing right there just goes to show you that they're going to do what they need to do for the Baltimore Ravens to get to that championship game, get to the Super Bowl. Because you know, it's. I just find it unbelievable that like the teams that they've been producing year in and year out, and they can't get to the final game to the Super
I
Bowl.
know.
Unbelievable. And you know what? And it sucks that what's his name? Mark Andrews was put in that position, man. He dropped that ball in the end zone, and that if they would have scored, man, it could have been a whole different ball game, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I
It's
thought if they did win that game, I thought they matched better against
oh,
the Chiefs than both Buffalo
they,
did.
yeah. So I listen. What if they could did this and they did that? But look, they're doing the right. Remember making the right moves, getting the right players. Right. The only thing that I find is going to be hard. Look, you got Zay Flowers, right? Who's
Mhm.
the tier one, and then you got Rashad Bateman, who, like out of nowhere, bro, last year had 9 touchdowns. Last year,
I know.
he's coming off a good year. So now you're going to have DeAndre Hopkins in there, who's going to be what? He's going to be the wide receiver. They're going to try
Three.
to push him to be the wide receiver 2, I think. No, he has to be the 3 because Rashad Bateman is like,
Yeah,
he's
and you
producing
have to
numbers. You're not
see,
going to bench him.
and Hopkins has been coming the last year and a half, 2 years. He's been dropping. His numbers have been dropping.
So I think that the Kansas City Chiefs didn't use him as much as they should have used him, right?
Yeah,
They should have used him more. But again, they were out. They didn't have what's his name who got injured in the beginning of the season.
Ray Rice. Not Ray Rice.
Yeah. You know,
Rice.
he got
Hello.
injured. Uh, Hold on, a little cameo here. Hey,
Uh
what's up,
oh.
guys?
There he is.
All right, guys.
They're jumping in. They're going
I
to be taking
know
over
they're
the
jumping
show.
in. But yeah, going back to what we're saying, I think that was a good move on them. But there's a lot of names out there that have been flying. The biggest one I think is the Justin Fields. And D, if you remember what I said a couple of shows ago, right when we're doing fourth and goal with the bros,
Yep.
I was saying Justin Fields. If the Jets get him, they partner him up with
Yep.
Garrett Wilson, 2 former Ohio State Buckeyes, and they're gonna get it done.
Yep.
I like that move. 2-year deal. He's getting 20 mil per year, 30 mil guaranteed. I think Justin Fields proved what he can do. So what are you gonna, what do you do? Like, I think Pittsburgh effed up. I think Pittsburgh should have went ahead and signed Justin Fields after they just signed DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And you got Pickens there. Oh, Fields would have been great, but
Yeah.
I
You
guess
know, that offense might be better, the Jets, with Fields than it was with Aaron Rodgers
of
and Devontae,
course. I
because
think
you got to deal with Hall and Justin Fields running. And that's going to be a dominant little offense right there. I wanted the Giants to get him.
I did too, man. I'm a big Justin Fields fan, man. And
You
hey,
are.
sorry if my kids are having fun back here. Obviously, you can see that this is their playroom as well.
Uh-oh. But then you said about DK going to the Steelers. That one threw me off a little bit because I thought he would have went to
Okay.
I thought that he would have went to like a warmer team.
Here, Jacob. Okay.
Can I go to
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, that's what family life and dad life and father life is all about. You got them jumping all over you. That's what it is.
I know. Hold on.
So yeah, we were talking about the DK Metcalf. I thought he was going to go to a warmer team because he said he wanted to go to a warmer city. But I was shocked that Pittsburgh did that. I was shocked. I think they should have kept Justin Fields again, but I don't know who they're going to have throwing the ball to them. The rumor is Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. And out here, everybody hates it if they do that. go sign Aaron Rodgers. I've been talking to a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans out here. They do not like that move. They don't
So
like it.
so the thing is this, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're even like their worst season. It doesn't compare. Like they have a winning culture over there. So
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna rely on the draft to get a quarterback. They're definitely gonna get a veteran. I think the situation that Pittsburgh has right now I think it's a better situation than the Giants. I think Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh as much as like I wouldn't mind Aaron Rodgers on the Giants to be that bridge QB, but I don't I don't think it's enticing for him to go to the Giants unless they offer him like a major money, right? But
Now what do you think? 20 mil is what you think 20 mil is max?
I don't know, man. Like, look, Justin Fields getting 20 mil for 2 years.
I
He's getting 40, 30 guaranteed. So, like, Justin Fields is younger. He has legs,
Yep.
but, you know, Aaron Rodgers, his NFL IQ is far superior than Rodgers, right? So, what do? I, man, I say throw him money, but don't throw him like boatloads of money. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers on the Giants as the bridge QB, but I wouldn't mind Russell Wilson either. They're
No.
saying right now we're looking at like Russell Wilson, if anything, if you don't land Rodgers,
I know. And that's the thing, I, I'm just I'm a little
But
pissed off that the Giants aren't doing a lot of work. Now you did send me some stuff that they did,
defensively,
defensively they secured a
defensively
lot.
on the low, they're saying that the New York Giants might have a top 10 defense next year. Our corner, our defensive cornerbacks, and safeties are all under their 30s. They're like ranging from 24 to like I think the highest is like 25 years old. All young.
Wow. And that's what you need. They get contracts, low contracts, get
Yo,
the most out of them.
the guys that they signed, the guy from Miami, Holland, the
Yep.
free safety, and then Adebo from the Saints. Yo,
Yep.
these guys are not like low level dudes. These are the top tier safeties and cornerbacks of the league in this free agency class that the Giants signed. So they're addressing their defense. Not only that, they addressed defensive tackle. They signed who they signed? The guy from the Dallas Cowboys they signed. I forget his name, man. I was just watching him. Hold on. So they signed Chauncey Golston, defensive
Okay.
end from Dallas.
Yep.
So they got him. And then they signed the linebacker from the Ravens, Chris Board, right?
Yep.
So their top signing was the Paulson Adebo from
Yep.
the New Orleans Saints. He was top tier at his position, and Javon Holland was top tier free safety from Miami. So right there, they're addressing their defense. I think it's a power move. Offensively, they signed Darius Slayton, which out of respect, I think he's worth it.
We disagree on this one.
Listen, you know who he reminds me of? Darius Slayton. He reminds me of Amani Toomer. Amani Toomer did his job every
Okay.
day in and day out. And if you remember, towards the end of his year, right, what did he do? He won a Super Bowl, right?
And he was key.
And he was key, right?
Yes, he
So
was.
look, so you now fast forward, you got Darius Slayton. Every year they were talking shit about him. They were saying, "Oh, why sign him? I don't think they're gonna sign him," and they would bring him back every
Yep.
year. And every year, even though all the shit talking, he produced. He would produce, right? So
Yep.
now they lock him in. So I think I'm not saying we're gonna go to the Super Bowl next year, but I'm just saying I think that was a key signing for the locker room, for the team. He's a good dude, man, Darius Slayton, and I think that was a I respect that move that the Giants did for signing him.
Okay. Now I don't think the Giants are done. I think they're going to try and do some other stuff too. But this right here, so they got their defense good. They got their defense lined up.
Yeah.
Do they go after Travis Hunter at 3, or do they trade like they said that they might do to get Cam Ward?
So that's a good question now. So look, you see how they just signed some young cornerbacks, right?
Mhm.
Do they go for Travis Hunter?
I don't know.
Or do they trade down? Do they trade that pick, get more picks, and trade down, or do they trade up?
Would you trade up for Cam Ward?
No. So this is what I would do.
No.
So this is the word on the street. So right now, if you hear right, the New England Patriots signed Joshua Dobbs to a 2-year deal. If you remember the astronaut, remember the QB that used to be on the
Yes.
Minnesota on the Vikings, right?
Yep.
Joshua Dobbs. So now that means that they got who's
Drake
the
May.
Drake May's the starter. You got Joshua Dobbs, and you have
Milton.
Milton, right? I think the Giants should make a move with Joe Milton because I know that the New England Patriots and the New York Giants have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can make something happen. I think Joe Milton would be a great fit in New York. And then what you do is you don't go for a quarterback in the third pick wherever you go in the first round. You go for a quarterback in the later rounds. You go.
So yeah, if they go ahead and try get Milton, that might be something. That might be something. Now, what other names did you hear got
Yo,
traded or free?
I'm very big on the Denver Broncos defense because
That
fantasy wise, I was using Denver Broncos defense and their defense was elite towards the end of the season. So not only, so it's already elite. They just signed two 49er players. They've signed Mufunga and I think it's Greenlaw. I think they
yeah.
signed, right.
Mm-hmm.
These are key defensive players.
For the
On San Francisco. So they
key.
signed Taluno Hufanga, the safety, and they signed Drew Greenlaw, linebacker, to Denver. So their defense is stacked. So their defense is going to be a top team. I can see their defense being top 5, maybe number to begin the season. They might be top 2 or 3, man.
Yeah,
Good
their
defense.
D is it's gonna be top.
Patrick Surtain is no joke. Like they have a solid defense, man. So I like
And then,
them next year for fantasy wise. If you play fantasy football, listen, a lot of people are not going to expect it. Only like true lovers of the game of fantasy football will be like, yo, they're going to keep Denver
mhm.
in their back pocket and then unleash. But if you want to lock in a defense, you got to lock in Denver Broncos defense next year for fantasy
Yeah, and you know
reasons.
what? They just they were right there. That might put them over just a little bit. Maybe win the first round, but the Broncos D is going to be crazy. Who else? Let's see. Who else was another one that was a big move? Big move.
Big move.
I'll be honest with you. A team that's going to be scary is Washington Commanders. They are getting a lot of people. Their offense is tight. Their offense, they got Debo now. They got Tunley from the Houston Texans. That's gonna be a tough division.
Dude, and you don't even want to know, man. So I just saw something on social media. So they were breaking down the Philadelphia Eagles, what it's going to look like for their draft this season. Yo, they have a bunch of picks that like ended up being like better picks because due to trade.
Yep,
Yo, they have a lot of picks.
very
Philadelphia
very
Eagles have a
smart.
lot of picks, man.
What did you think about Gino going to Las Vegas and then
I think that's a
uh,
good move. I think that's a good move. I think Gino reunited with his former coach, right? I
Pete
think
Carroll?
that Pete Carroll, right? I think that was a solid move. I think for his career, he goes to the Raiders. You have the backing of a Super Bowl champion, Tom Brady, who's gonna lead that organization into the positive, not the negative. They're gonna sign players.
They
Is
signed
he
Max
gonna is he gonna
Crosby.
is Gino gonna win championships? It depends, man. It depends on the people that they put in place to help him win. They're saying that what's his name, Ashton Genty, the running back. They're saying the Raiders are gonna go after him. They need a running back.
Yeah, they do. They
You
do.
know?
And that was going to be my next thing. And they do need some receivers as well.
Yeah.
But their tight end's good. Top 2 in the league. But with the Seattle, I was like, that's a sidestep move. Getting rid of Geno and then bringing in Sam Darnold, that's just a sidestep, I believe. They should have just went after Russell Wilson and just had him finish out his career in Seattle. What do you think?
You think so?
I just
Bring
think
him back, like bring him back.
Sam Darnold was under a good system, good coach. I don't think he's going to be like that in Seattle.
Oh man, but you know what? You have to give him a chance because look, Sam Darnold started off on the bad foot. He started off with the Jets, and the whole thing, like they didn't give him enough time to develop, right? So then he gets traded, right? He becomes a backup in San Francisco,
No,
right?
wasn't it?
No, was
It
it?
was
Yeah,
Carolina,
no. Oh yeah, it was Carolina. He was a starter, right?
and then
And then
Baker
Baker
came.
came, and then Baker just exploded, right?
Yep.
Then he became a backup in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
then traded to Minnesota.
Yep.
Minnesota, he becomes was he the backup for Kirk Cousins or Kirk Cousins was
No,
out?
he was the backup. He was the backup for Kirk Cousins. Then they traded
Okay.
and got JJ
Yeah. And then Sam Darnold just erupted.
because JJ was hurt. They were saying JJ might have been the number one quarterback in there.
If JJ never got hurt, Sam Darnold would have never seen this
Yep.
payday.
Exactly. That's so true. And it's weird because you were saying how Sam Darnold came from, what he was at the Jets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Geno Smith got punched in the face in the Jets locker room from the one of the Jets players?
Yeah.
And it broke his jaw and everything. Like they hated him, and look where he came from. Look where he came from.
He came from New York. Remember he was
Yeah.
he a Jet? Was he a Jet before a Giant? Was he a Giant before a Jet?
No, he was a Jet. Geno was
Geno
a
was
Jet.
a Jet.
He got
and
punched
then-
in the face. Remember when he got punched?
Yeah.
I don't think he went to. He never went play to the Giants.
Yes, he did. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith did.
Geno Smith was a Giant.
Was he?
Yeah, dude, look it up.
I don't remember that.
Geno Smith was a Giant. Geno Smith. Geno
Oh my
Smith.
gosh,
Yo,
that's hilarious.
no, check this out. If my memory serves me right, Geno Smith was on the team when they disrespected Eli Manning and they Judge benched Eli Manning and started Geno Smith.
Was it Geno Smith?
It was Geno Smith. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I don't think was it Geno Smith?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, Geno looking at right up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Geno Smith, NYG.
But anyway, these are the good times in NFL when the season, it's out of season, it's in the off season, and their news every single day. It's like how baseball was back in the day, like the hot stove and stuff. That's good for NFL to be like that now. What do you think?
Geno Smith was a Giant in 2017.
Gosh.
2017. All he had for the Giants, he had 212 yards and one touchdown.
Oh, jeez.
And then he got traded to the Chargers. And then from the Chargers, he went to the Seahawks.
Yep.
So Geno Smith had a crazy ride because look, he was a Jet. He started his career as a Jet 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. And then in 2017, he got picked up by the Giants. And that's the year that Joe Judge was the coach. I will never forget it. You know why I won't forget it? Because the disrespect that disrespected Eli Manning his final year, man.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they benched him.
Yeah, I remember they benched him, but I don't remember Geno Smith went in there.
Geno Smith was the guy. Jeez. Crazy.
Judge, that was a bad pickup. That was a bad coach. That was a bad one.
Yeah.
But so what else was going on this last week? So let's talk about the one thing that we were going to talk about was the little confrontation of Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James.
Ooh, that was big, man. And you know what? That was big.
The thing was, I don't fault Stephen A. Smith for saying that Bronny is not a good NBA player.
That's his job.
In the NBA, he should be in a G League. Numbers. His numbers are better than anybody behind him. But again, the G League, he should be in it, not the NBA. But it's a business, and what brings money is having LeBron and his son there. That's what it is. On the LeBron aspect of it, I would have never said it live on TV. I would have never said it on TV. I would have said it back in the locker room, or it's called him or text him. That would have been me. I would have defended my daughter if that was something, but I would have did it behind the scenes. I would have did it right there in a timeout. What about you, Los?
Listen, at the end of the day, you get paid to do a job, and Stephen A. Smith, his job is to commentate and not criticize, but to give his feedback on what's going around in the world of whether it's NBA, NFL, That's his thing, right? Now, if he went ahead and said some negative things about a certain player that seemed personal, that's different. But he was just saying what he sees, right? The
Yeah.
stats, numbers. What is it? What's that saying? Numbers don't lie, right?
Men and women lie, numbers
But
don't lie.
numbers don't, right?
Yep.
But at the same time, also see the way LeBron sees it, right? I think it's he's talking about his child, right? His son. Whether his son is an adult and plays a professional athlete for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's still his son at the end of the day, and he's always going to do whatever it takes to protect his son. So, as a father, we're both fathers, right? So
Yep.
if someone speaks ill about any one of my children, of course I'm going to feel some odd way, right? The way did he handle it the right way? It should have been behind closed doors, you know what I mean? Not in front of the media so everyone can critique and criticize. But at the same time, I get it. You don't want to think about that because at the time of the moment you're thinking about protecting your child, right?
Yeah, and
So
I'll protect and everything, but LeBron knows he's at the top. He's public. He's a public figure. That's going to happen. What do you think Bronny's going to be now? Do you know how he's going to get clowned for this forever? That you had your dad protecting you of your play. That's why I just didn't want it to be live where everybody can see it. If it was behind closed doors, it would have been a lot better. And I don't think any of this would have came out. But it was, millions. It was on social media all over the place. Stephen A. had to respond to it and explain the situation.
yeah, and you heard the response, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said he was wrong.
Yeah.
He said he was wrong, and
But did LeBron?
he's not mad. He's not mad at LeBron for doing what he did because, again, he's a father at the end of the day.
Yeah. But again, you have to understand that's his job, and that's what he's going to be doing. So you have to. It's a touch. Now I don't know if they had a relationship before this, but I would honestly say I think the relationship is done after this. I mean, LeBron and Stephen A. It's going to be done. It's more all business right now with them.
Yeah, all business. Hey, that's how it should be, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
go ahead.
That's how it should be. Like the way, you know what I mean. Like how can I say this? So, ESPN, they want a certain type of performance from Stephen A. Just like the Lakers want a certain type of performance of LeBron and Bronny, right? Mm-hmm. So his job is not to make points and put up numbers. His job is to get insight, give insight, and critique and talk about players and this and that, right?
Yep.
If he's holding back and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, then you're gonna lose views. You know what I mean? They want the raw truth. They want Stephen A. to do what he has to do, what he does best. So he's not gonna hold back. He's gonna keep it professional. He's gonna do what he's got to do, and that's it.
And you know what? The numbers speak for itself because he just signed this weekend 4 years, $100 million.
Yeah, and
for
then
ESPN.
And what happened? I heard
the highest paid.
I heard that he's doing a show with Skip Bayless again, or what happened?
I heard it. No, it was just Skip's first podcast episode. It just dropped yesterday. I was listening to it.
Stephen A. was on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. That's big.
Well, they are very close and they really respect each other. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't be where he is, Stephen A., if it wasn't for Skip Bayless, and he says that all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was that. What else? Did you see any of the Monday Night Raw, anything like that?
The OTC.
You saw him come out yesterday?
The OTC came out. He bum rushed Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that was big. There's a lot. What's gonna go on now? Paul Heyman. That CM Punk is his guy.
Oh, is it?
Yo, Paul Heyman manages CM Punk right now, right? But remember, Paul Heyman was managing Roman Reigns. So now what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Does he go with the OTC? That's gonna be big. Will. So like I was saying last week, wrestling's back, and if you haven't been watching in a while, I would suggest you watch it. It's entertaining. It's back.
Do you remember the Bullish Bulldog, David Boy Smith?
Yeah.
Jersey Jay-Z just had his daughter on, and I think the show is going to be dropping this week.
Didn't he have? Wasn't he tag team partners with Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Who?
Davey Boy Smith, the guy you're talking about.
No, that's the British Bulldog and Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldogs.
You sure it was British Bulldog and Davey Boy Smith that were tag team partners?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought the
That
Bruce
was
the
old
Barber.
school, Tina.
I thought Bruce the Barber Beefcake was also. They might
Greg
have
the
been
Man,
on like
Greg
maybe a
the Hammer.
Survivor series or something.
Greg the Hammer was Bruce the Barber's
Oh yeah,
tattoo.
that's right. That's right.
Well, speaking about entertainment and stuff like that, Sunday was 28 years that Biggie passed away.
Ooh,
Do you remember where you were when he passed away?
do I remember? I actually don't, man. I don't remember.
I remember I was at the Westwood bus stop with Monty and everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and it came across Hot 97
Oh.
that he passed away. What was one of your favorite songs from Biggie?
Obviously. My favorite. I got 7 Mac 11s and 8. Yo, classic,
With
right?
Tupac. Okay, yes,
That
yes.
one, that was a classic.
Mine was
But anything
Juicy. Has
like
to be.
anything from Life After Death, anything from Juicy, obviously Juicy. Biggie was Biggie.
Yeah.
Biggie was whenever
I wish he lived for a little longer. Just like Pun, I wish they lived a little longer because I wanted to see. It's different now. It's not the same. I don't think it's the same. Different styles, and you can't understand people when they're rapping and stuff nowadays. But
you know
that's
what
it.
I don't get the same. So you'll pump Biggie here and there once in a while.
Mhm.
When I'm driving, but when I put that Wu-Tang on though, it's a
Oh, there's
different. It's different. When I put on that Ghostface, it's
yep.
different. It's
It's,
still. I still. Yo,
hey, Wu
like
Tang's for the kids, man.
no, but I'm saying like I'm driving like it'll be like 8:30 in the morning, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
going to work, and I'll say, you know what? I want to hear some Ghosts or some Ray, some Only Built for Cuban Link.
That's
I'll
right.
put that on the ride home. Dude, it just brings back memories, and you just start, you're like cranking out. Oh, usually you're driving like in the 10, 11 volume range. Nah, I'll put that shit to 60. Yo, you know what I'm
Lean
saying?
back.
Just like it brings back memories, man. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, bring back Mary to the Amigo. Remember when we came driving up to see George's fight the one time? We got
oh yeah,
lost. We got lost. We got there. The fight was over. We're like, what the heck? We took a wrong turn. Anyway, I don't know. That
oh
was the first time coming to
man,
PA.
yeah,
That was
it was
Chris Wall.
classic times, man.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of classic times. But I don't know. What do you got for this week, Lois? Anything special? Anything cooking? Any bets you got out there?
Um,
I'll tell
no,
you a
not really.
bet.
You know
I'll tell you
what?
a bet I got out there.
Go
I
ahead.
got a futures bet.
What?
I got the Los Angeles Lakers winning it all.
Let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the Lakers.
But go ahead.
Let's talk about how the Lakers and Luca without LeBron look absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, they do. They lost
Yo,
to Brooklyn.
yo, crazy. So let me tell you this: if the Lakers want a chance to win the NBA title this year, you need to make sure that Luca and LeBron stay on the field and stay healthy. Because if one of them goes down, it's a wrap. Because
Mhm.
you saw it. You saw it.
Well, that's why I always say Michael Jordan's the GOAT
Is the GOAT.
because LeBron needs someone there, like a top person. Dwayne Wade. Who else? Kyrie. Who else was another one that he was with? Anthony Davis. They need the one A to him.
Yeah.
Now he has Luca. You know, they have to be on the court. They have to be on the court together.
But they have young players that have been producing. The only thing is like the elite play is gonna come from LeBron, an aging LeBron,
Yep.
that what you have, and Luca, who's in his prime, right?
Yeah.
The only thing is that he's improved defensively since he came to the Lakers. You can see that he's slimmed down. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, let's see how long this lasts, and let's hope they both stay healthy. But if they want a chance, look, when they were playing the Celtics, the
Yep. That's
Celtics
who I
look
think.
the Celtics look good,
Mm-hmm.
and Al Horford
You
looks
text me that. Yep.
good. Al Horford, big man in Boston,
Yep.
looks dangerous.
Yeah, and you know what?
So
He's like 40 years old too.
yeah, but like he's playing like lights out right now.
Uh-huh.
So the Celtics, that's not the only team, but in the East, the Celtics are going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's Celtics versus Lakers. I just think that Luca and LeBron are going to take it to a next level, and everything goes through LeBron. but to kick it out to Luka to make sure that, he can hit a three anytime. He can half courts. So I think it's there. The East, you got the Knicks, but the injuries are starting to pile up on the Knicks. Brunson's out for a couple weeks, and the Celtics, I mean, you got Tatum, you got Brown, you got your boy Horford, you got who else? White. They got a solid team, and their coaching's good. Their coaching's good.
And Brown is like, listen, Brown got paid. He's a star. He might not be a flashy name like Tatum and like LeBron, but Brown,
max contract, yeah,
max contract, and he puts up numbers.
Yep.
So that was
and
good that
he was
the
MVP
Celtics locked him
year
down.
In the finals. MVP in finals.
Crazy.
So I don't know. I think that's going to be a pretty good. We're going to finish up the NBA season with some good games, and I think, me personally, I think it's going to be the Lakers winning it all. I put a bet on there, so hopefully he'll come back, and I'll win a little bit.
Now let's shift over to MLB.
Yes,
you guys took a big blow. Garrett Cole? It's Tommy John surgery out.
I know. That's oof.
A big one. That's a big one.
That is a big one. Now our pitching staff, got deeper.
You guys got deep, but that's a fucking big one.
That's our ace. So the ace is going to be, he's out, and he's not even coming out till, when is he? 2026 spring training. That's.
But you guys are making moves, so
And then Stanton's going to be out for a while too. His arm, he might need it too.
He's not going to be back before opening day.
No.
Oh man.
Yep. And
have you been following like right now the scrimmages that they're playing?
Yeah, I'm watching a little bit of it. Not really.
Did you see the one that they're chirping? They're chirping Juan Soto. They're saying overrated, overpaid, and stuff. Homer. You saw that, right? He grilled the guy. He was like looking at grilled him.
I know. Did you see Otano did the same? What's his
Ohtani?
Yeah, Ohtani did the same thing. First at bat,
boom. But you know what was crazy? Soto hit the home run to the guy that was talking that smack. Yeah, look at it on social media. The guy that was talking shit, right? And then some guy got it on camera, filmed it. The same guy, when he hit the home run, the guy's going up to get it. He had it in his hand and dropped it.
Oh, jeez. Damn, so he was looking at him.
He was looking at him.
But
I can't wait till baseball starts, man.
I know. Los, we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to come out there and go to a game.
Yeah, dude, we gotta go, man.
I don't want to go to a Yankee game because I'd rather go to a Citi Field game.
Yeah, we'll go to Citi Field. We'll catch
which one's better that you went to?
I like Citi Field, but Yankee Stadium is nice too. It's just I like Citi Field better.
Okay.
We'll
do that. We'll do that this summer. Yeah. We'll go up and do that. Anything else popping off or no?
So obviously Friday is your daughter's birthday.
Yes, it is. And you know what? It's someone else's birthday too. Yo, Los. Yes, it's funny. I would never forget. Her birthday. I mean, your birthday because it's on her birthday. Yeah, it's just crazy. Small world. You do anything special?
Man. Oh, just hanging out with the family. Nothing big, nothing major. I rather the kids like planning a little party. Cut the cake and stuff like that. But nothing like
back in the day going to the bars.
And dude, like blacking out. Nah, none of that.
No more. But yeah, Los, we're probably going to end it right now, about 35 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe to Dizz and Los, Chopping It Up with Dizz and Los. Still, every Tuesday, we'll drop we'll record it, maybe drop every Wednesday morning. Mm-hmm. Los, happy birthday. Professionals. We'll see you next week, guys.
All right, guys. Peace. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.